Oh, yeah. What's up? It's a Triple B Bass Bossing Basement. Yeah, I remember describing that. You know what I'm saying? Now, this video is about Savannah Marshall. Savannah Marshall. You remember, like, what is she? She was a world champion, right? She got beat by Caressa Shields, Sonny Edwards' favorite woman. But she rinsed him. She's looking for a black man. She don't want no 5'3", 8-stone white boy from Croydon. You know what I'm saying? So, Savvy Marshall, now she was being trained by Peter Fury. You know what I'm saying? I can't rate Peter Fury. He seems to be one of the more, low-key Fury guys out there. He's not mad. He doesn't want to be getting the papers like Big John Fury all the time. But he's jealous. He's jealous. What's he jealous of? Well, he wants the heavyweight champion. And his boy Huey Fury. Now, Huey ain't bad. But as I said, if you see my old videos, Huey, he don't really want to necessarily be a boxer. He's got a good chin. He's got half decent skills, but he'd rather be, a grafter. Going out 6 a.m., doing some tarmacking, coming back to his caravan about 5 p.m., with his wife cooking a beautiful stew with his chavies, and they'll sit down and eat some stew, and, Huey will have a huge portion. Then they'll go out to the woods and take a dump, a huge dump. And then they'll come back. It'll be about 8 p.m. The wife would have put the chavies in the bed, and Huey will take the woman. She would have done the washing up, obviously. I mean, Huey don't do none of that. That ain't the travel away, man. That's a woman thing. So Huey go to the bedroom. Maybe it's at 8:30, 9 p.m. And she'll go to the bed. Naked. She'll lie down with her legs open in a Y shape. He'll get on top of it. He'll smash it. There won't be nothing weird. It'll be old school, biblical kind of shagging. You get on top of her, smash it. He won't even make any noises when he busts a nut because, he feels he's the old-fashioned guy. It's not respectful to go, He'll just do what he has to do, buzz a nut, roll over, go to sleep, get up at 6 a.m., and then graft again. But Savannah Marshall, Savvy Marshall, she was trained by Peter Fury. She was a world champion. Like I said, she lost to, what's her name? Caressa Shields, who rejected Sonny Edwards and probably made him retire. And what does she want? She don't want no 8-stone white boy on top of her. She's American. She weighs about 14 stone. You know what I'm saying? And apparently, she been looking out. If you look at Twitter, she's been looking out for a new man and interacting. But she ain't interacting with no son of Edwards. And anyway, that's relevant. So, he will do the business, get up next morning, graft. He's a simple guy. He wants to get up, do some work, do some graft, come out to a beautiful stew, go for a dump in the woods. After, saying goodnight to his chavies and, ruffling their hair. And then he'll go back and he'll get on top of his woman. But Savvy Marshall was also trained, as I said, by Peter Fury. Now, she's not bad. She's not a bad boxer for a woman. I mean, women are terrible boxers. It's pathetic. But she's clearly got some genes, some fighting genes, fairly broad shoulders. She stopped a few people. She's got a good stoppage ratio for a woman. And Pete Fury is rubbing his hands, rubbing his hands, going, I can't wait. My boy Huey, who he loves Huey. He knows Huey's a half-decent boxer, but he knows Huey ain't going to be no heavyweight champion. So he thinks, well, you know what I'm going to do? It's like breeding horses. You know what I mean? You get two horses. You get a female horse who's big. You get a male horse who's big. You put them together. Yeah, the male horse rumps up the female horse, and they have a baby horse. And the baby horse grows up to be a champion. So that's what he was hoping. So, he was rubbing his hands thinking, my boy Huey's going to rump up Savvy. They're going to have a child, and that child's going to be one of the best heavyweights ever. Because, there's a bit of anger, a bit of, friction between him and Big John Fiore, because his brother, Big John Fiore, has got, what's his face? Tyson Fury obviously became heavyweight champion. Peter got Huey, who's half decent, but he ain't good enough to be heavyweight champion. But he's thinking, and they've fallen out, by the way. I'm not quite sure what the details are. But Tyson Fury and his lot, John Fury didn't even turn up to the mother's funeral. Peter did. So he thought, you know what? I've got a master plan. My boy Huey is going to rump Savvy and come up with a future heavyweight champion. And the heavyweight champion would be the best ever. Yeah. But it didn't seem to happen. It's like, he wanted to breed them together like horses. But Savvy, I don't know, whatever. For some reason, it didn't happen. I thought maybe, Huey wasn't up to it. Peter's like, look, listen, Huey, what you've got to do, chirps her up a bit, give her a bit of drink, and then get hold of her. But, for whatever reason, it didn't happen. And he was disappointed. I imagine even encouraged Huey. He's like, listen, man, if you don't enough drink, and if she's not into it, take her by force. Take her by force in your caravan. She won't remember. And before you know it, she'll be pregnant. And then we got the next best ever heavyweight champion of the world. But it didn't happen. And I'm sure at some point Peter was like, maybe I'll have a go. Huey's not up to the job. Maybe I'll have to have a go. But nothing happened. Nothing happened. They trained together. He kept on trying to push them together, Peter, but nothing happened. There was no impregnation. There was no pregnancy. And, Peter's a bit disappointed. And he's like, what am I going to do? And unfortunately, things have changed. Because Savvy's a rug muncher. Yet again. I mean, it's not really surprising, right? Yet again, a female boxer is a rug muncher. I mean, how many of them are rug munchers? It's like 80%. You got slappers like Ebony Biatches who'll take any Corey, she can see in the gym. And she's pregnant, by the way. And she'll probably be listening to Triple B, because I said, listen, man, listen, you're 38, you're rough. You got these disgusting moles on your face, these fake breastises, No one cares about your boxing career. Try and do something better, get a kid. And she has. No one knows who the father is. There's rumors it's Conor McGregor's kid. As some people say, it's Kell Brook's kid, but Kell Brook's a batty man, so... But, like a lot of batty man, I knew a few batty mans back in the day. And most of them start off with women. So they could obviously get wood and bust a nut in a woman, but they prefer sickness. Sickness. I mean, Kelbert's got kids, so obviously he's managed, to get hold of a bird. He'd probably sit there imagining it's Graham Norton, when he's smashing her, probably doggy style. He's sitting there smashing her, imagining it was Graham Norton. But anyway, but it's never happened to Savvy. And now we know why. Why? Because she has got a girlfriend. She got woman. Right? Her name is April Hunter. And it's girl April Hunter. She's a boxer too, right? She's a sort, man. Pretty blonde, blue-eyed girl. And when you see women like Lauren Price, with her resting biatch face, her ugly, upside-down Toblerone head, she's a rug muncher. But April Hunter don't look like no rug muncher. She's pretty. I'd take her out. I'd take her for a coffee. I'd say you look lovely. Maybe we can go out for a drink sometime. But I got onto rug munching. And the weird thing about rug munching, right? People go, oh, who's plays the man, who plays the woman? Well, the thing is about rug munching is they don't really have ZX, do they? It's all folk play. All they do is, fingering, licking, rug munching. None of them have got Corey's. I know they got strap-ons and all these kind of sick things. But, so Savvy has now come out with April Hunter. And it's distressing to me to see a pretty girl like April Hunter who could have a nice man. And no doubt, she's had Corey. And Savvy's had Corey. I'm sure they both had Corey's, Like, what's the one? Lauren Price's bird, what's she called? Arkansas. She was she was in the army, and she had Corey trains run through her, apparently. I spoke to an army guy who was like, yeah, man. She would just, lie over and, there'd be 10 soldiers waiting to smash it. So, but so what I'm saying is, it's like, well, it's over, Peter. It's over, Peter. And it's unfortunate because John Fury's won, because he is fighting John Fury, and Big John Fury has got the world heavyweight champion, and Peter was hoping, no, I'll produce something better. It'll be a grand, it'll be a grandson, but it'll be the best ever, because I will breed Huey with Savvy, but that's not going to happen now, because she's too busy rug munching. It's a bit of a shame. Obviously it's all disgusting and completely unnatural, And, even the World Health Organization used to consider any kind of bate business or any kind of rug munching business as a mental defect. And it clearly is, right? No man wakes up in the morning and goes, gee, you know what I really like? I like a big man to stuff his Corey up my batty hole. I mean, come on, man. Women are a bit more tactile and touching each other, but there's a difference between, being tactile and being friends and sitting there aggressively rug munching. So, there we go, man. There we go. And this April, I'm pretty sure this April Hunter will go back to Corey at some stage. Or maybe Peter Fury's got a new tactic. Maybe he's got a new tactic. He'd be like, well, hang on a minute, mate. Because I don't think he wants to give up. He's jealous of John Fury, having Tyson Fury as the heavyweight champion. He's jealous. They don't get on. And he'd be thinking, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get... maybe I can convince Savvy. Because obviously, like, 2 women can't make no kid. Obviously. He'd be like thinking, so maybe I can convince Savvy. I'll get my boy Huey to whack off, yeah, in a cup. Yeah, and my other sons, I don't know whose other sons are, but whatever. I'll get them all to whack off in a cup and mix it up and inject it with a turkey baster and put it inside her, and then she can have a child with, supposedly with April Hunter. And, he'll be like, come on, please be heavyweight champion. So there's still some hope for Peter. But, yeah, I mean, it was no surprise to me. It is no surprise to me about Savvy. It was a surprise to me for April Hunter because she's pretty, man. She's a sword. And she can tell. She probably has had miles upon miles of Corey. And just for some reason decided to try rug munching. So, anyway, we'll see what happens. It'll be very interesting. It'll be very interesting to see the future for Peter Fury and Savannah Marshall. Peace in the Middle East. Oh, and Huey. Peace in the Middle East.